Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible Guarding the Globe, and today we are doing a character analysis overview of probably a fan favorite character and most certainly a favorite character in the game here, Robot. Now, I feel like now is a pretty good time to do Robot for a couple reasons. One, you do at least get one copy of him free to play as long as you do all of your starter quests in the beginning of the game. Additionally, we did just have the severe risk GDA alert here, which did have a chance of dropping Robot. I have not gotten a single one from this event, which feels real bad. I was 0 on the last event, and I am 0 on this event, so that's just great. But there will be plenty of other people who have gotten more lucky than myself. So that's why I want to talk about Robot right now. Just to touch base on a few things before we begin. We do currently have a GDA loot boost on the Downtown Destruction GDA op. This is the one that gives the ever crucial Heroes Special XP. So definitely don't miss out on that. I know once the two special GDA events end, I'm going to be throwing my best characters into this, because I am in desperate need of that special XP. Now, without further ado, let's get into Robot. Now, Robot here is clocking in as a support Global Defense Agency character, so part of the GDA faction. His tags here are Guardians of the Globe, Team, Ranged, Grounded Support, Leader, and Technologist. I do wonder if the day will come where these particular tags like Leader and Technologist, if those will ever be more useful in the future, because right now they are pretty dang superfluous, but who knows? Maybe it will be usable in the future. Now, as I said, Robot is easily one of the best characters in the game. And here's why. These abilities right here. Starting out, Aerial Power. Hovering above the ground, Robot unleashes a massive energy field that covers the entirety of the battlefield. This heals allies by 10% of Robot's max HP, and applies a debuff on all enemies, reducing their defenses by 5% for 5 seconds. So, just in this first ability, he has already become a fantastic character. Not only does he have a full team heal, so everybody on the team that's still alive, he heals them for a portion of his own HP, but at the same time, he debuffs enemies for a very healthy 5% after 5 seconds, or for 5 seconds, which can add up pretty quickly over time. So not only is he healing, but he's allowing your team to do more damage, and that's just the basic ability. That's just what he gets at the start, already off to a fantastic start. Now, at Elite Plus, crime doesn't pay. When fighting against criminals, Robot increases the team's healing effects by 10%. This one a little more situational. Now, to be fair, in the campaign, criminals are what you fight the majority of, if we're being totally honest. Every now and then we get other things like Battle Beast and as far as like the clones go, but just by nature of the story with Machine Head being the antagonist, you fight a lot of criminals. So in that regard, this can be useful, just more healing, but it is situational to that. Just something to really keep in mind there. Next, we have Recharge. Every 15 seconds creates a healing area around him that heals a maximum of 15% of his max HP for 5 seconds. Now, this, in my opinion, and I do emphasize opinion, is a little bit of a blight on his perfect record. The reason I say that is, basically, it is an area zone around where he is currently standing. Which is all fine and dandy, and if he needs some healing, then that's great for him. The problem is, by nature of him being a ranged unit, unless the enemy has knockback abilities that has pushed your team back closer to Robot's backline, because you are going to want him in the backline, odds are the majority of your DPSs, who are punching away the enemy up close and personal, are not going to benefit from this. That's not to say that every now and then they won't get caught in it. Like I said, sometimes there's knockbacks, sometimes the battle just goes around where an enemy might come after Robot and then one of your allies might go after them. In that case, that closes that gap and this becomes fantastic. But it's just kind of something to keep in mind where this ability in particular can be a little clunky to use properly. Just something to keep in mind as his Exceptional Plus ability here. Now, at Epic Plus, he gets Rockets Away. Robot fires a couple of rockets that stun the enemy for 1 second and apply 100% damage over the course of 5 seconds. The ability has a cooldown of 20 seconds. So not only is it a nice long-range stun ability, even if it's just for 1 second, a stun is still a stun, but also it will do basically 100% of his attack stat, if I'm not mistaken, over the course of that 5 seconds. So, nice little debuff, and a little bit of damage while you're at it, turning him into a nice hybrid support and debuffer. So basically, massive healing, crazy debuffs, and even more debuffs over here. That is why this character is so dang good. It also doesn't hurt that he doesn't have a whole lot of competition. As a supporting character, his main competition is going to be Adam Eve. Adam Eve is fantastic, but her gift is more so in the shielding territory along with a few other things. She does gain healing, but you're more so going to be getting shields as opposed to true healing. Now, those shields are some really good shields, don't get me wrong, but just as a raw healing character, Robot is simply the best and frankly only true healer in the game at the moment. His only other competition is really Green Ghost here, and that one I'm a little biased on if I'm being totally honest. Green Ghost does have some healing abilities in the form of her hide and heal, but that is a limited use case at best. I must not deny. Green Ghost is more of an offensive support, whereas Robot is a tried and true healer. I will be very curious to see who we actually get as another healer in the future, because Robot is the undisputed king. Makes me wonder what character could top that. What character they would want to build with a kit that can top that. I almost wonder if they ever add like Donald to the game, if he could have like some crazy supporting abilities. Then again, maybe that'd be more like buffs and stuff. So let me know down in the comments below who you think could be a healer that could supplant the supremacy of Robot here, because I mean, it's just by nature of the game. Power creep is a thing. It will happen sooner or later, but as of right now, he has got no competition. So I'd be a little curious. Who do you think will replace Robot as a healer? Gotta say, just a little bonus content here. This mission has 2 robots on the enemy side of the field. As a result, I do have my robot using the Neuralink, which does grant some extra stats to my team because it's robot versus robot. Some other abilities he can use, the med kit would boost his healing abilities. That's never a bad thing. The usual stuff like the battle hologram is fantastic. You want to go for the more supportive artifacts that will benefit Robot's ability to support your team. Unfortunately, I seem to be losing here. This one, especially with the 2 robots here keeping the enemy team healthy, it's been rough. I've come so close. I have literally had it to where the Immortal dies at the 1 second mark, but it's just a hair too late, and it counts as a defeat. It kills me every time. But that is okay. We will complete it very soon. Like I said, if I can get it that close, where it's just by a hair, then we're practically there. It's just a matter of luck and maybe powering up a little bit, which is fine, because I honestly do just need to wait for the next weekly quest anyway, which is fine. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below, again, who do you think could one day replace Robot as a premium healer? I would be very curious to guess, and let me know if you have a built robot on your team, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.